I was proctoring the SAT when a student started sobbing uncontrollably. What she whispered to me changed how I view standardized testing forever. 2 minutes remaining, I announced to the silent room of 75 high school juniors hunched over their SAT answer sheets. The only sounds were the frantic scratching of pencils and occasional muffled coughs. That's when I heard it turn a small, strangled sob from the back corner. I'd been proctoring standardized tests for 8 years, and I'd seen it all: panic attacks, nosebleeds, even a student who'd smuggled in answers written in microscopic text on a water bottle label. But something about the sob was different. I walked quietly toward the sound and found Ellie Chen, one of our school's top students, silently crying. Tears splashed onto her answer sheet, smudging the carefully filled bubbles. "Are you okay?" I whispered, kneeling beside her desk. She shook her head, trying desperately to control her breathing. "Pencils down," I announced to the room, then quietly added to Ellie, "Stay after everyone leaves." As other students filed out, Pern some jubilant, some dejected, most just relieved. Pernelli remained frozen in her seat, staring at her test booklet. When we were alone, I sat in the desk next to hers. "What happened?" "I can't do this anymore," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I studied for months, 4 hours every night after debate team and volunteering. I took 7 practice tests. My parents hired 2 tutors." She looked up at me, her eyes red-rimmed. "Below 1550, and you can forget about Stanford. My brother got a 1580. I'd known Ellie since she was a freshman, National Merit Scholar, wounded our school's mental health awareness club, volunteered teaching English to elderly immigrants, the kind of student who seemed to have it all together. "I haven't slept more than 4 hours a night in 2 years, she continued, her voice steadying into something more frightening than tears-porn resignation. "Last week, I found myself calculating if I could get into a good enough college if I drove my car into a tree, but not like, fatally, just enough for a medical deferral and sympathy admission." "I know it's crazy," she said quickly. "I wouldn't actually do it." But for a minute, it seemed more logical than taking another practice test. I'd been trained on what to do in these situations: pair to report to counseling, follow protocol. But in that moment, I was just a human sitting with another human in pain. "I got a 1080 on my SAT," I told her, "and I am happy. I have a job I love, students I care about, a life with meaning." She looked at me with genuine surprise. "But you are so smart." "Smart isn't a number, Ellie, and neither are you." That Monday, I spoke to our principal about implementing mental health check-ins during test prep season. By Wednesday, Ellie had scheduled her first therapy appointment. By the end of the month, we'd started a parent education night about college pressure. Ellie did retake the SAT. She got a 1520 parent, not her brother's score, but enough for her to feel proud. She also started a podcast about student mental health that now has listeners in 43 states. She didn't go to Stanford. She chose a smaller liberal arts college that felt, in her words, like somewhere I can breathe. Last week, she emailed me her freshman research project, The Psychological Impact of Standardized TICA on Adolescent Unity Development. Sometimes the most important lessons in education have nothing to do with test scores, and sometimes the students who seem most capable of handling pressure are the ones silently drowning beneath it.